Hi guys, Ryan here and welcome to the workshop. Last time around I left you with my setup of the head wheels with ceramics with bearings and spacing them so they all fit without rubbing, and I talked about some changes. Now the change to my bike will be a big one, and namely it's a new frame right here. Now of course it's nothing drastic, so I'm not going to be riding a Bianchi all of a sudden. But ever since I got my Shiv TT frame last year in size S, right when I took it out of the box, I saw that it's a big frame. Despite what the numbers say, it's bigger than my old Speed Concept was, and honestly, it's a bit too big for me. As you can see, I ride basically zero stack at the front and a very minimally raised seat post, and yeah, everything is hunched quite far back to make the reach shorter, so essentially it makes me look like I'm riding my granddad's bike. However, now I had the opportunity to downsize to an XS, which was available, so today I'm going to do just that. So without further ado, let's get into the frame change. Guys, so unfortunately I didn't have the time or capacity to do a full montage of the build, so I'll just talk you through the changes I've done for this season compared to last year. There are quite many, actually more than I did expect, because my previous setup was really good to start with, but hopefully we have made some improvements there. So as I have explained, due to the sizing of this frame, which runs quite large, I had to downsize to an extra small frame. This allows me to run a bit more stack in the front while preserving my position, and also raise the seat post for more seat post extension. This should clean up the airflow a little bit. Basically, if you look at any professional time trialist's setup, you see something similar. And as for aerodynamics, also the added seat post extension affords us some more comfort and the rear end, which is not crucial in a time trial but still can help. And the same thing goes really at the front. So the frame is an S-Works Shiv TT, as you can see, in a size extra small. This of course comes with its own proprietary parts, so the handlebar integrated with the stem, the fork, the seat post. These are all integral parts of the frame set module. It has its own front end too, but this I have upgraded into a pair of AeroCoach extensions. Now I did get a lot of questions regarding these on Instagram mainly, but these questions were concerning the Ascalon extensions. Now these are not Ascalon extensions, these are fully custom made to my specifications and 3D printed out of titanium. So this is not the regular item that you're buying from them. It's made for a special order, but these are mine now, and they're also designed to fit the standard arm cups of the Shiv TT frame set instead of their own, because these are exactly my size. The ones they use are too big for me because I have small forearms. Also made of carbon fiber with this memory foam, so I really like that. Another change regarding the bars is the grip tape that I'm using. Formerly I've been using some regular rubberized grip tape, which is quite good but not extremely grippy. Now I've tried this Silka Nastro Aero. They call it bar tape, but it's not bar tape really, it's just grip tape. It's very tacky on the grip. That really helps when you have no drops and you have to descend fast. And I applied a couple of strips also here at the forearm area just to help maintain the aero position. These are available from Silka. I have them in stock myself, and they're really nice product. The group set, as opposed to beginning of last year, is complete Shimano Durace Di2 with a couple of upgrades. Another thing that I've changed is the front rotor. I have again downsized to 140. This should help with aerodynamics, and a lot of people have suggested to me this change before, and I was reluctant. The reason for this is that the very first disc brake bike that I've owned was a track boom outfitted with the first generation of the SRAM Force 1 group set, so very early days of hydraulic road bike group sets. And I had a 140 front rotor on there, and I remember very well that with those brakes and the 140, you were coming down from a fast descent and you're squeezing the brake hard and nothing was really happening, and this made me quite reluctant. But these Shimano brakes, even the 140 rotor, you get plenty of stopping power and modulation, so that's no longer an issue with these newer brakes. For the computer, for the TT bike, I'm using the Element Bolt just because it's smaller and more aero. The ROM I do use, but for the road bike. Then if you go further down, you see another change. I'm running a 2x drivetrain now in this moment, and many people have pointed this out. It's not because I suddenly realized that this is much better. It's simply because I've used my time trial bike all winter on Zwift, and for that you need lower gears than I need here for my riding outdoors. So I put a front mech on there and a set of double chain rings. These are from TA Specialized or Specialité in French. They're a French company and they make these 5844s for the Shimano asymmetric standard. So they're really nice. Also, this is one benefit if you compare SRAM and Shimano for time trialing. So for SRAM, you have 1x options, which are great, but if you want a proper 2x TT setup, then really you're stuck with the stock 5037, and that's not going to work very well at time trialing speeds. So yeah, here I have the 5844, which is great. These chainrings are not expensive at all compared to other stuff, and they shift extremely well. They're nice and stiff, so everything you want really. But for racing and mostly for the flatter courses, I have this prepared. So this is a Pyramid Cycle Design chainring, same that I've been using for years, only this time it's for Shimano, and for the first time it's a 60 tooth. So I've managed to improve my power quite significantly this past winter with the additional muscle mass that I've gained, and I'm hoping to be more aerodynamic as well. And with these changes I'm hoping to ride at 46 to 55 km per hour on the flat, and for those speeds the 62 chainring will be ideal. At least that's what my research says. Touching back on being more aerodynamic, one thing that the smaller frame allows me to do is to have a shorter reach between the saddle and the cups. Now on this frame there's no real breech adjustment because it's a UCI legal frame, so you can't even really have much if you want to fit into the UCI fit window. But still, this frame is shorter by 12 millimeters compared to the S, and that achieves and means that I can bring my elbows closer in to my body, and it means that I can push my head down a lot more easily and more closely to my forearms, which again should help with going faster. The saddle is also different for this year. I'm no longer using dash saddles, not for performance issues or because there was anything wrong with the saddle. It's something else. I don't really want to talk about that here. Anyway, I have the Citero that comes with the complete Shiv S-Work spikes. Both this and the triathlon version. You can't get it in any other way with these carbon rails, so this is a bit of a unique part, but I really like it. It's light, it's comfortable, and it has an integrated bottle cage mount, which is good for training because this frame set only has one bottle cage mount on it, so that's pretty neat. Okay, so back to the upgrades of the Dura Ace group set. You can see on the front mag that I am running a chain catcher. This for me is a must on all bikes equipped with a front derailleur because bad things can happen there to your frame, and those tend to be quite expensive. Then we have a direct mount derailleur hanger from Specialized. This is just neater, lighter, more aero, etc. Easier to change the wheel, and it's also stiffer, so should shift better. I have a ceramics with oversized pulley wheel system with coated bearings at the rear mag. Also ceramics with coated bottom bracket on there. The cranks are Quark. This is the SL or the DUB SL version, so the lighter one, outfitted with the D4 power meter, which is the exact same power meter like before, but it fits Shimano style chainrings. So for me that's the most practical option now. I have this on both of my bikes so I can swap around. Then the cassette I'm using here is a SRAM Red 22. Now this is not a very typical part, but I prefer these cassettes for time trialing simply because of the gear spacing. Shimano cassettes start with the two-tooth jumps quite early, and often when I'm time trialing it sits exactly in the range where I don't want that to be in on the flat around those 50 k's per hour. So with this one I get the one-tooth jumps further up and then bigger jumps at the easier end of the range, so that fits me nicely. Also the red cassette is more durable, more silent because it has the rubber elastomer sleeves, and doesn't damage the free hub body because it's one piece, and it's lighter too, so a lot of advantages there. What else? Yeah, and of course I've shown you the wheels already. These should be faster than my previous setups, and the tires that I'm using now, these are new or were new for end of 2020. These are developed for records, much faster than the Corsa speeds that I've been using previously. So yeah, a couple of little changes hopefully will be able to make me faster. I don't really plan on doing any other upgrades. Some people have suggested the aerodynamic version of the SLF Motion oversized cage. This is one thing I'm still looking at and might be getting in the future, but other than that, that's all. I've already talked about the POC Tempor helmet, which I'm planning to use, but I don't really want to pull the trigger on it until I know from aerodynamic testing that it's faster, and also, yeah, it's a new frame, different size. The position is the same, so should work exactly the same. but still I would really like to verify that before we go racing, particularly before the nationals. So I have a peace of mind that everything is performing as it should. Obviously, in these times, with all the lockdowns and quarantines, etc., it's not so easy to get this done, but hopefully that will change soon and we'll be ready to hit the road. Okay, so this is my time trialing setup for 2021. If you have any questions about it, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching and see you next time.